Good day, YouTube. It is October 1st, 2024, and this is a railroad candle lamp. It's been in my collection for maybe 15 years or so. I actually bought it on eBay because I saw it out of, just browsing for stuff, and nobody was bidding on it. So I didn't pay a ton for it. I think I paid less than $15 for it. And ended up with it, but it was complete. Of course, I didn't know much about it. It had been electrified. I kind of hung it on the wall here at my shop, and I've just enjoyed having it. I recently joined a Railroad Lantern Groups page on Facebook to share a couple railroad lamps, other railroad lamps that I had, and somebody had posted one of these, so I decided to share that. And one person jumped up and said it's like a counterfeit or a reproduction or a fake, and I kind of took offense to it. And we were recently, actually just a couple days ago, went to Aurora Lamp Works. This is my favorite store in the whole world, and I took this with me because I took some other stuff, and we needed some parts and chimneys and things for other lamps because I have a serious obsession with early lamps and lanterns and stuff, and I always need little parts. So we made a trip up there, and I took this with me, and I said, so I've got someone that's telling me this is a fake, and from the build quality and from the patina, and he showed me how to open it up, and it's clearly not a fake. It's clearly this old, circa 1900, and it's in pretty good shape other than somebody drilled a hole in it to run a wire through it, and that is unfortunate, but there's not much I can do about that except for I would like to reverse this and make it usable as a candle lamp. Now the story is that these were used in the mail cars because in the event of an accident, they didn't want liquid fuel in the car with all of the U.S. mail. If the car derailed, these are less likely to burn up all the mail, and the mail could be recovered and still delivered. So that is why they use candle lamps in the mail cars. I've seen online where they've suggested that these are also used in passenger cars and other places, and that might be the case, but I think their primary function was in the mail cars. So this just comes off. It could probably fit a little tighter, and I don't know if you can see, but these little straps that hold this chimney cap on are soldered in place, but they're also riveted. A fake wouldn't have gone to this extreme build quality to solder and rivet their stuff together. It'd have been a much cheaper build. That's my opinion anyway. I don't know if it's original glass or not. It has a lot of wave to it, which leads me to believe it's at least old, if not original. So I don't care what anybody says. This is an original piece as far as I'm concerned. I saw a picture of one of these online that had some writing on the back part of the main lamp. This thing's fairly heavy. This is a nice piece of brass, but it's been attached to this other escutcheon, or whatever you want to call this decorative mount piece, which does maybe lead some positivity to the fact that this may have been put in a passenger car. A more decorative version has been added to this. However, they're not square nuts and so forth, so it might have been added by somebody else. I don't know. I don't know. If you know, let me know. Let's see if I got a correct wrench size. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is I saw a picture on the internet of on the back side of this mount, there was some writing, possibly a manufacturer. So I thought I'd fire up the camera and see about taking this off and see if there's any writing on the back side of mine. It just take a second to disassemble it. And we can put it back together. Get a picture of what's back there anyway. Because this, I don't know that this is an American-made lamp or not. Survey says, place your bets. Is there writing on the back? Oh, there is. Oh yeah, there is. Wow, look how pretty that would be if it was polished up. Okay, I'm anxious. What's it say? It's also got a Dymo label on it. We might have to look this up. I wonder if that's a date somebody tried to put in there. TL2 6600, so it's not a date. I don't know what that is. I'll bring you in close. So I'll try to type this in on a search, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you what I find, if anything. I don't know what that Dymo label is. And we'll get to the bottom of it. Okay, I'll get back with you. Here's my interpretation from what I see on the internet anyway of all the stuff. So on the front of this it says PLM. Paris Lion Mediterranean is what that stands for. So this is from a railroad, Central France. That's what I get out of that. This is what that says. I'm gonna not pronounce it correctly, but I believe this G-A-R-E is a rail line that served these two towns in Central France. Although that word there is supposed to have a S on it. So it may be accurate, may not be accurate. That's what I interpret it as. So here's the deal about this, because somebody electrified it, which could be cool, but I don't like my stuff messed with. And it's got a light socket in there, and it's supposed to have a spring, so you'll load up a candle, and and the wick stays up in here, and then the spring comes all the way down to here. This comes off, and it's like an altar candle in a church where the candle wick always stays in the same place, and it burns and burns and burns, and it pushes the candle up and up and up. So that's the way it's supposed to work. We took some apart at Aurora Lamp Works a couple days ago. So, because I've never had one apart, it's the only one I've got, and you just don't see very many of them, but he's got quite a few. So I went online last night trying to find a spring for this thing. I need one about 1 inch diameter. I'll open this up for in a minute, and one about 5 inches long that's real flimsy, right? It's only got to just push a candle. And I'm sure there's some out there, but there's like billions of different springs, and I just can't find the correct size. I will continue to look. I'm bound to find something, but man, I just don't know how soon I'm going to find it. But let me put you up in a stand. We'll open this up and I'll show you kind of how it's supposed to work and how somebody electrified this. And it wasn't done poorly by any means, but it probably is going to go away from being electric, going back to being a candle like it should be. So let me show you. All right. So this thing hadn't been apart in a long time, but we took it apart the other day. So this, we got it spinning, and it's got to line up to a couple of tabs. And then this is what's been added. I think somebody soldered something on the bottom. And then cut the stem and adjustable socket and so forth. So I haven't pulled the wire all the way out yet, because if I'm unsuccessful finding a spring, maybe I work with the electric piece. Again, it wasn't done poorly. So that's what we're looking for, is a spring that goes into here. And you can see the patina, possibly you could see the patina in here. Because it's, it's been around for a while. There's one piece still rattling around in there, and it capped off this. This piece here. Somebody found cool stuff to put in it. It's all right. But now we need the spring, and probably got to make some sort of a cap so that just the wick comes through, and it puts some pressure up here. And you want probably a nice thick heavy candle in here. So I'm going to go to work again and try to find that candle. Okay? Wish me luck. And then somehow we'll close out this video, either success or failure, yet to be determined. So here we go. All right, we fast forwarded a few days. It's Friday, the 4th of October, and I had ordered some, I think they call it music wire or spring wire. Went on Amazon. Here is what I got. You can do your own search on Amazon, but this was, if I can read it, 104 piece of 40 centimeter long stainless steel spring wire in various diameters. Okay, so 0.4 millimeter, 1.6 millimeter, there's maybe some others in there, 1.8 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter. So a variety of spring steel stainless music wire. Okay, we're going to attempt to wind a spring for this, because I cannot find one even close for anything resembling reasonable money. And I've never wound a spring before. I've cut coils on coil springs in automobiles. That's as close as I've ever come. So we'll pull this off the end here. There's a lot of little wires in there. I think we'll just start off with what appears to be the smallest wire, because you're not going to need much pressure to push a candle up. I stopped at the Dollar Tree looking for taper candles or something I could make fit in this, and didn't really come up with anything, so we might end up ordering candles on Amazon or something. But I'll stop at another store or two first, I guess. See if we can get this up and running today. Put it back on the wall where it started life, here at my shop. Wow. Do I have a knife out here? No. Danger. Danger, danger. There we go. Peel back the onion. So we're looking down the row of little wires there. I'm going to Pick a size, any size. Let's drag this one out. Wow, those seem to be a little bit small. Let's go around to this side. Get a little bigger. When we were at Aurora, we did take one apart, an original one that had the spring in it. Let's take this one out. Yeah, I like that. And so I have seen an original spring. I grabbed my little inch-pound breaker bar because I like its diameter, and it fits in, very loosely. So I think if we wrap the spring around this handle, we'll have it. So I've got a pair of vice grips to lock it in place, my handle, and a wire. Let's go wind one. If we screw it up, we'll make another one. In here at the vise. Don't want to mar up my torque wrench. Okay, something like that. Don't think it matters which direction you wind it. The spring's a spring, right? Okay. Wow. That's got a little tension on it. I wish I'd have put gloves on. B, I wish I had something to kind of form that last little bit. And maybe safety glasses is a good idea. So control the unwind here. Okay, we had a lot of spring back on this thing. More than I anticipated. So the diameter's gonna be a little big, I'm afraid. Well, we'll go test it, but might be able to rewind this on a smaller diameter fixture. All right, this time I found what I think is a 5/8 bolt. And we're gonna rewind this same spring on a much smaller diameter fixture. Okay. Better, I think. Okay. Got a little crooked. Straighten it up. Okay. It is a spring. Well, let's see what happens. All right, will it fit? It looks pretty good. All right. So it's about right there. Of course, it'll come all the way down into the base and push a candle. So maybe it needs to be a tad longer. Give him a little stretchy poo. Yeah. It's got some spring in it. Okay, so we have kind of a wide top here. This thing does neck it down. It came with that electrification kit. I think it'll help. So I'm gonna go find a candle that'll work, and I'll be back. I think the idea is that we make it fit this and then shove her in there. Wick City. Alright, I'll be back. You guys wait. Alright, I have returned. This is what I ended up with for candles. I went to another store. They have like 3 areas where they got candles. No taper candles of any kind. All pillar candles and candles in jars, so forth. But they also had a hunting, fishing, camping section, and then I knew that this was going to be an option to get these camper candles. They're 0.63 inches diameter, 5 inches long. Might smash that spring pretty good, but I think she'll fit. Will this thing go over it? Yeah, it does. Okay, so that's cool. I think we can run with that. Let's slide that in. Like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. I got this washer to set down in next, and then put the spring on. Put the spring in, and then put the cap on. Whoa, hang on to it. Gotta find my notches. My notches right up my thumb. So we could put this thing back together. And rotate. Rotate to lock. We're there, dude. Check that out. That's what it needs. So I'm gonna stick this thing back together, put it back on the wall, and we're gonna light it, watch it burn. Oh, would you look at that? That's cool. I love it. Well, guys, that's gonna conclude this video. This is my 100-plus-year-old caboose candle lamp. We've determined it was from France. What line it was on, I mean, what rail car service it was on. And it used to be candle. It was converted to be electric, and now it's converted back to be candle. We wound us a spring. We found us some candles that'll work, and it's fully functional once again. And I'll burn it from time to time, but that's it. I like them to be original, and it is original. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Please give it a thumbs up. I check comments every single morning, so if you comment on this video or any video, or just jump in on any video and say hi, I will respond to you in the morning. Guys, thanks again, and we'll see you on the next video.